Supergirl is out now, but before I watch that, it's only right that I do a rewatch of Superman. I will have a Supergirl review out within the next week, so if you want to see that too, press that subscribe button or follow if you're watching on TikTok. The film begins immediately in the action. Superman has just lost his first fight, and while seen as a hero, he has become a controversial figure due to taking it upon himself to stop a war between two countries. When Lex Luthor breaks into the Fortress of Solitude, he exposes a message from Superman's birth parents, which leads to Superman becoming hated by the public. There are a lot of great things in this film, even down to the basic chemistry between Superman and Lois Lane. I think it was a great idea to start this film in a world where Superman was already an established hero. We've seen his origins so many times, we already get the picture. I like that we're just thrown right in. Plot 4. Lex Luthor is easily one of the best parts of this film. Lex is best when he's at his most hateful, and Nicholas Hoult pulls this off perfectly. From the moment you meet him, you can tell this version of Lex is cold and calculated. I mean, making a clone of Superman and programming him with hundreds of different moves for different scenarios is a level of beautifully ridiculousness that I love. Like, look at this. He specifically programmed a move where Superman gets kicked in the balls. And when he starts hitting Superman with that 1A! 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 That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT! No one's hating like this anymore. I don't really have anything negative to say about him, to be honest. Lex Luthor villain rating, 4.5. This feels like a Superman movie through and through. From Superman fighting a giant kaiju-sized alien monster in Metropolis to the random pocket dimension portal that Lex just happens to have. I appreciate that they were willing to embrace the more comic booky parts of the genre. I like the Justice Gang and their inclusion in the film, but from a larger universe perspective, I don't really get why they didn't just call them a different name, like the Justice Society or the Outsiders. My main issue with this film is the change they made to Superman's origin regarding his Kryptonian heritage. The movie writes him as conquerors who urge Superman to get as many wives as he can so he can have enough children to restore the Kryptonian race. Like, this is not... Why are his parents being written like Viltrumites? It's still early days, so this could get retconned in a later film, but I think this complicates things. Like, if Supergirl grew up on Krypton and shares these views, shouldn't she be a villain? Or is it just Superman's parents who think like this? And if they ever want to adapt Zod, are they going to have him do the same thing? My hope is that in the sequel, they just say the message was corrupted by Brainiac or something, because I feel like disconnecting Superman from his alien heritage isn't the best way to go about things. Comic accuracy, 4. There's so many scenes in this film that I just love. The feeling that I get when I hear the theme and see Superman flying around on screen, I just feel so hopeful. And that's exactly how I should feel after watching a Superman film. It even surprised me with lesser characters that I didn't expect to care about, like Mr. Terrific. Why does he have so much sauce? His aura levels are so high that I didn't even notice his awful haircut. I will admit there are some shots in this film that might not look the best, but I feel like those are only noticeable when you pause the film or watch at 0.5 times speed. I'm tired of people pretending it looks worse than it is. Rewatchability, 4.5. I'm so glad that this movie was enjoyable. Superman is a character that I think is needed in society, and with Hollywood's current obsession with making evil versions of him, I'm glad that there is at least one portrayal of the character that exhibits the hope and friendliness that makes him who he is.
Eyes up here!
I remember walking out of the cinema feeling hopeful after watching this, and if Supergirl and the other future DCU projects understands the core of the characters like this, then I think the future is bright for this franchise. Final score, 4.25.